Imagine a world where knowledge is heavy. A world where a single book isn't a sleek volume on your shelf, but a cumbersome caravan of clay tablets or a fragile, expensive scroll of Egyptian papyrus. A world where ideas could literally crumble under their own weight. This was our world for most of human history, until a secret was born in a Chinese workshop, a secret that would ignite a centuries-long spy war and ultimately build the modern mind. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is Echoes of the Ancients. Our story begins in the year 105 CE, in the court of Emperor He of the Han Dynasty. Here, a senior eunuch and head of the imperial supplies, Cai Lun, presented the emperor with a revelation. He called it paper. It wasn't the first attempt at a writing surface, but it was the first good one. Made from a pulpy soup of mulberry bark, old rags, hemp, and fishnets, pressed and dried into sheets. It was lightweight, flexible, surprisingly strong, and, crucially, cheap to produce. Cai Lun wasn't just presenting a new product. He was handing the emperor the key to efficient bureaucracy. Imperial decrees could be copied and distributed faster. Records could be kept without filling warehouses. The emperor was delighted, and Cai Lun was rewarded with wealth and title. Paper became a state-supervised secret, a strategic asset for Chinese administration and culture. But secrets, especially world-changing ones, are hard to keep. For centuries, China guarded the paper-making process fiercely. It gave them an unimaginable cultural and administrative advantage. Knowledge spread along the Silk Road, but the method did not. Then, in 751 CE, at the remote but pivotal Battle of Talas, Arab forces clashed with the Tang dynasty's army. The Chinese were defeated, and among the prisoners captured were several papermakers. These craftsmen, whether through coercion or opportunity, revealed the closely held secret to their captors. It was an industrial espionage coup that changed the course of history. The Arabs didn't just learn the technique. They refined it, establishing mills in Baghdad and Damascus, producing paper on an industrial scale, and creating a thriving book trade that fueled the Islamic Golden Age. Now the secret was out, and it began its slow, relentless march west. It took another 400 years for paper to reach Europe, first through Muslim Spain in places like Jativa. But here, it was met with deep suspicion. The European establishment, wedded to parchment made from animal skins, saw this foreign material as flimsy, heretical, even unholy. Parchment was durable, yes, but producing a single Bible required the skins of roughly 250 sheep. Knowledge was bottlenecked by livestock. The church initially banned paper for official documents. But economics is a powerful force. Paper was simply too cheap, too efficient to ignore. By the time Gutenberg invented his printing press in the 15th century, he wasn't printing on parchment, he was printing on paper. The marriage of these two technologies, the Chinese invention and the German press, created an explosion. The Renaissance, the Reformation, the scientific revolution, they were all, quite literally, printed on paper. It's humbling to think that the very substrate of modern civilization, the pages of your notebook, the currency in your wallet, the book in your hand, traces its lineage back to a court eunuch's report in a long-ago spy war on the Silk Road. We often celebrate the thinkers, the writers, the inventors of content. But we must also honor the inventors of context, the creators of the medium that allows ideas to travel. Cai Lun didn't write a great philosophy, but he gave philosophy a place to live. He gave our collective memory a durable, democratic home. In a very real sense, paper thinned the world, making the weight of knowledge something we could all carry. For Echoes of the Ancients, I'm Ibnul J. Farabi. This episode was produced by Light Knot Studios. Find more stories of hidden turning points at https://www.lightknotstudios.com.